Ruby always gets to go in the car, but not Bandit. Huh? Are you excited? Are you excited or are you scared? Huh, buddy? Are you gonna go get your hair cut? Let's see what you look like when you're done without all that hair. How do you feel, buddy? Feel like a brand new man? You excited to be home? Wanna go show everybody your new look? Your new haircut?
Well, happy spring to you, but it's still pretty cold around here at Red Poppy Ranch. The drywall is simply taking a long time to dry, but the downstairs bedroom and bathroom are both just about ready for their final coat. And because I've been working on the corrugated tin ceiling for that downstairs bedroom and bathroom, I haven't taken the time to get the upstairs bedroom finished until today. It is an absolute muddy mess outside, but the sun is shining. We made it through generator season, which is what we now officially call it. And the future's bright, assuming we don't get a whole lot more rain or snow in the meantime. But it's time to get the shop finished up.
Thank you to Harry's for sponsoring today's video.
If you're tired of subscriptions like I am, you're in luck because you don't have to sign up for anything to try Harry's. Harry's offers more than just razors. With the Shave and Suds bundle, you can try the awesome Harry's razors plus Harry's other amazing products.
The Shave and Suds bundle contains 1 orange trim and handle, plus 2 blades, an 8-count pack of blades, 1 free travel size body wash, and 1 free travel size exfoliating face wash. And you can get all of this amazing stuff for 18% off, all for $27. The exfoliating face wash contains peppermint and eucalyptus, leaving your face feeling cool, refreshed, and smooth thanks to the exfoliants.
The trim and handle has a weighted core and a textured grip for ultimate control. Again, my favorite shave. This bundle is available exclusively on Harry's website through the link in our description. And by the way, the body wash smells really, really good, and it lathered up amazingly.
The products are also available individually at retailers like Costco, Target, Walmart, and drug and grocery stores. Places you normally shop, because wherever you are, Harry's is too.
So make sure you check out the Harry's Shave and Suds bundle through the link in our description.
And next time you're at your favorite store and you pick something up, let us know what you get.
Thanks, Harry's. Best shave ever.
I agree.
I dislike doing drywall so much that I constantly look for reasons to do other things as opposed to just getting the drywall finished up out here and moving on to something else. But I had a bit of an epiphany this week as I thought about why I dislike drywall as much as I do. And I believe the reason I dislike drywall as much as I do is simply because I can't do it as well as I wish I could. And to me, drywall is one of those things that if it's not done right, it stands out very clearly to me, and I don't want that to be the case either. This is the main reason why I hired my brother, who is a drywall contractor, to come up and help me finish the house downstairs, so it actually looked like a professional did it. For me, the hardest part of drywall is getting the final texture correct. And rather than doing a skip trial, or a 90-10, or a Santa Fe, or a knockdown, I ask myself, is there some sort of a fun texture that relates to our place that would go well out here in the shop? Now this is the downstairs bedroom, and I've decided to use this room as the guinea pig for this texture that I've been thinking about for the last 20 years. Somewhere around 20 years ago, when we lived down in Gilbert, Arizona, and we were fixing a house up, I remembered hearing about a friend of ours that took some straw and put it in drywall mud and textured a wall in their house. And the way that the wall turned out, it actually tied in perfectly with the southwestern rustic farmhouse theme that they were going for. Now, I don't know why that the thought of using that drywall texture, at least in one wall in the house, didn't cross my mind when I was building it, but it crossed my mind yesterday, so here we go. So in this bedroom, I'm going to start by picking one wall, and we're going to try this chicken wire, straw, and drywall mud texture. And if it turns out as well as I think it's going to, I think I'm going to do all the walls in this room that way. So in the downstairs bathroom, I've already got one coat over the tape, but I need to do a little bit more work. See if we can't get these walls a little bit more flat before I turn this bathroom into the inside of an outhouse. So the conclusion that I came to with drywall is that I need to have more fun when I'm doing it. And the only way I can see having more fun is if I come up with some of these crazy textures that actually look like they were intentional, as opposed to the handyman special. Now to me, small towns and crazy drywall textures usually go hand in hand because of the people that are doing the work. A lot of times in small towns, you got a general contractor that does everything. And as they say, jack of all trades, master of none. So again, the goal is to make the drywall look like a plumber didn't do it. About 20 years ago, I heard of a friend of ours doing something like what I'm about to do in the finish of their drywall texture, but I don't think I ever went and saw it. And when I tried to do a Google search and find anything relating to this topic, I couldn't find anything of substance anywhere. Not even images, nothing. So this could go good or this could be a giant waste of time, but rather than doing it on the bedroom wall in there, I'm going to first do it out here. But it involves some drywall mud, some water, and some straw. And the truth is, I don't know why I haven't tried this years ago, because if I like this as much as I think I'm going to like this, I probably would have enjoyed doing a texture like this in our house much more than the texture that I ended up having to do. But I also want to incorporate one more aspect into this finish, and that's the chicken wire. So I made 3 examples. I'm going to do 3 different types of finishes. It's a nice warm day today. You can hear all the bugs buzzing around right now. It's the first good warm day we've had in a while. But I'm going to do 3 different examples. I'm going to set them out here and let them dry. And then I'm going to leave it up to you guys. Depending on what I see in the comments will ultimately depend on what finish we do in that bedroom. So step 1 is to get this stuff mixed up, and let's see if it even goes together very well. Let's start with about that. I'm going to mix in. That's probably way too much. Okay, so we're going to call this one sample number 1. And I don't know why it's taken me so long to try something like this. I'd heard about kind of a friend of ours doing something like this many years ago, 20 years ago. But I don't know that I ever saw it. I even tried to do some internet research, and I flat just could not find a picture of drywall that looked anything like that with straw and drywall mud. So we're going to call this one sample number 1. I'm going to set it aside so it can dry out. We're going to start on the next one, and the next one I'm going to do a little different with the chicken wire. Should be pretty cool though. So now we're back to the downstairs bedroom, and not only am I going to do at least one wall in this room with some sort of a fun drywall texture, but I'm also going to put corrugated tin between the rafters and the ceiling, and this is why I haven't done any drywall on the rafters. I have some aluminized corrugated tin that I've been saving just for this purpose, and I can't wait to see how this room comes together. With that heater running, and once I get sanding a little bit, it doesn't take long before I'm taking layers off. So I consider myself a bit of a corrugated tin snob. There's another completely unnecessary t-shirt waiting to happen right there. But the truth is, over the last nearly 10 years that I've torn a few roofs off of old buildings with the intention of repurposing the material for something else, there are quite a few different types of corrugated tin out there. My personal favorite is the corrugated tin that has the smallest grooves. And I have some of that around here as well, but that's not what I'm going to be using in this room. On the ceiling in both the bathroom and this downstairs bedroom, I'm going to be using corrugated tin that's probably from the 60s, and it's solid aluminum. And it was removed from an old farm nearby that had an old mink shed that was due to be demolished. And this particular style of corrugated tin is probably my least favorite, but once I install it in the ceiling, it should look pretty good. Well, this wood was supposed to be used for the back of the shop to finish the board and batten siding, but at the moment I need some wood to use for the picture frames around the outside of the corrugated tin. I need to carefully cut this Doug fir into usable 1-inch strips of wood. I'm putting a little bevel on the edge of the wood before I install it, again as a picture frame to go around the outside of the corrugated tin. Well, this is the moment where I get to see if the thing that I've been thinking about for the last couple of years is actually going to translate to real life and look good in the process. Because the corrugated tin was used before, it's not quite sitting flush in its new home. I'm going to have to put some thought into this. So what I've discovered so far is maybe it would have been beneficial to cut the straw up into shorter pieces, but either way, this is going to be sample number 2. I ripped some 2x4s in half to use as some structure so I could nail into something while I was installing the chicken wire. So this is sample number 3, and the only difference is I'm not going to put straw, but I still want to try the chicken wire. Okay, this one is number 1. This one's number 2. I'm actually leaning towards this one. This one's number 3. And I may take a sponge to this one after it dries and let that chicken wire come up a little bit. But all 3 of these are going to get a paint job, the same color that we've painted everything else in there. So it's going to have a white semi-gloss over it, I believe. These 2 are really cool. This one looks like the beach house in Mexico is not done yet. It reminds me of too many unfinished stucco walls, but I still think like that's a really, really cool texture that I could do somewhere else maybe, but I'm leaning towards either this one or this one. Either one of these I like so much that I'm tempted to do the entire bedroom. I guess ultimately it's up to you guys. So number 1, number 2, number 3, whichever number I see the most of in the comments, we'll talk about in next week's video. Anyway, we hope you guys are doing good out there. And remember, 1, 2, 3. Tell me the one you like. 1, 2, 3. So I had a chance to sleep on it and think about that corrugated tin, and I think I've actually got it figured out. I just need to add a little bit of weight to the outside edges of that tin, and then it should look perfect. So first I've got to build the picture frame which supports the pieces of corrugated tin. Once I have the picture frame built, I'm cutting these pieces of tin to fit the hole. And then once I have the tin matched up, before I put the tin in place for the final time, I'm going to fill the bays with insulation. And then hopefully it looks the way I want it to. So this is the corrugated aluminum tin that I took off the mink shed probably close to 5 years ago that I've been saving for some sort of a project like this. And even though the stuff is used and kind of banged up, I think I can make it work. The truth is, I love the fact that this tin has been repurposed, and I also love that it came from a local farm. I don't know who the first guy was that decided to start farming mink in my neck of the woods, but once one guy did it, everybody did it, and for years and years and years, mink were used to supplement most farms around here, until a number of years back the price of farmed mink fell off pretty bad. So typically, most farms around my neck of the woods, if they had a dairy, they likely had a bunch of mink sheds right next to the dairy. And I can only imagine how great that smelled. After getting the corrugated tin pre-fit to the bays, I now need to put the insulation in. Now remember, this is the underside of the upstairs bedroom, so by insulating it, it should help keep that bedroom warm on those cold winter days as well. I need to make some slight adjustments with some of the ribs, and I'm going to go over everything with caulking and then paint it. I like it a lot. I like the way that it turned out. I think by doing it this way, it turned out way better, and I can live with that. So I'm going to do that same thing in this room. I'm also going to do it in the bathroom. Thank you for spending your time watching our videos. Be safe, and we will see you in a week.